Yo, what up, people? It's the East Side DJ sit along with Ken, Ray, Joy, and Cargo. This is the 40ish Now What podcast. What's popping? Y'all all professional.
What's up?
What's good? What's good?
You see us?
Y'all all professional. Y'all got countdowns and intros and all kind of shit.
I know it looks good, right? It looks real good.
Out.
That's what's up.
How y'all been? Y'all good?
It's been a long week. Ready for this weekend?
Man,
Already. It is hump day.
It definitely is hump day. So make sure you get you some ass.
That's what that means. I thought hump day meant you was like over most of the week. That's what hump day means.
I mean, you should do both.
So I've been thinking about this all wrong.
Why not both? Y'all know how we start off each show. We like to take a shot. So y'all got y'all shots?
I get water, bruh.
After Thanksgiving though, I gotta cool out with the drinking I had of.
First of the year, because you're gonna miss the holiday parties, all that. So just wait till January 1st, like everybody else. You know, because then you're gonna do it the holiday party. Drink water.
Drink a shot. I'm gonna drink.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Joy got me intoxicated at this wedding Saturday. I'm blaming it all on you. All on you.
Blame it on the open bar.
Okay, you got a point. So come on, let's do the toast real quick. Your glasses up.
Oh, not yet. Not bad.
Salute. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, nice cup, Ray. Hey, we got one of our guests in the building. Hold on, let me get him on. Yo.
What up? Did this man show us his shoe collection?
Oh, we at the shoe store.
Yeah, y'all at the.
I know we shopping online right now.
Yeah, Foot Locker behind you, brother.
Okay, I don't see no women's shoes though.
You all right?
I'm all right. Hello. Joy, get off that.
Welcome.
Welcome to the 40ish Now What podcast, man. Y'all see we got the homie Nacho in the building. You good, bro?
I'm good. What's up, Kenny?
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
All right, let's get
Cargo.
What's up, my man?
Y'all ready to get tonight's episode started?
Definitely.
Salute to you. All right, so tonight
I missed that part.
So now all the guests are showing up. Let me.
Yeah, but Joy a little outnumbered right now. We need to even this up.
Let me get.
I ain't never outnumbered. Y'all know I can hold my own.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially against you, bruh.
It sound good. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. There we go. I thought.
Let's see what we get.
Trying to do it. I don't know what's going on.
Man.
They chickened out on us.
No, she right here.
This a tough topic, you know what I'm saying? So you can't expect people to be as forward as we think. You know what I'm saying?
Stella.
Drinking the Stella. Okay.
Drinking back Stella.
Hold on. This thing is trying to play with me, y'all. I'm sorry.
I hope you get more than one beer because this may be a long hour. That one beer ain't gonna get it. What you gonna do?
Hey, it's always more to go.
Oh, so you got somebody bring this to you? Hey,
Radio
everybody.
Hey.
What up?
Chilling. How y'all doing?
Good. Hey,
Good.
girl, hey.
Don't mind me. I'm out here looking rough.
Don't worry about it.
Come as you are.
You're good. All right. Now everybody's here. We got the whole gang here. Let's get into the episode. So tonight's conversation is about gender roles, right?
She's not ready for that one.
Gender roles in 2020. What that mean? We just gonna get straight to it, and we're gonna start with a woman. We always start the show off with Joy. So Joy, what's gender roles to you? What does gender roles mean to you in 2020?
In 2020, I would like to say they're almost the same as they've been since back in the 50s. So I'm gonna start with a couple years ago. I read like an old, I think it was a Family Circle magazine or one of them old shopping mart magazine that you see at the checkout where it was like, oh, when your husband come home, make sure you don't bombard him with all your problems for the day. Make sure you put a ribbon in your hair. Right, I did the same thing. Make sure you have a ribbon in your hair so he has something nice to look at when he come home from a hard day in work. Let me tell you something. That ain't happening no more. However, there is still supposed to be a way that a woman is supposed to act and a way the man is supposed to act.
So wait,
And
you ain't putting a ribbon in your hair no more?
no, I hit it with the flat iron, but I ain't gonna put the ribbon
Nah,
in.
fair.
Girl, you scaring me for a minute when you said that things were like it was in the 50s.
No. I said it's not. I say it's not like it was.
Okay,
in the 50s.
okay.
However, some things still ring true now. So, just in my case, right? I'm not touching garbage. I don't care if it's running over, falling out the can. I got a bag on a doorknob in the kitchen. So I know y'all do that too. I'm not touching it because I don't expect him to go clean the bathroom.
What if the house stinks?
So here and that's one thing with me, right? I keep a candle burning and plenty plug-ins. However, I'm not touching no garbage. That's your job. I'm not going out
You
here.
gonna walk over the garbage, huh?
I'm gonna walk
you
over
see
that
it
shit.
falling,
Do you
you
hear
gonna
me?
walk over it.
I'm gonna walk over it until you get it. Because why? You're not gonna have to clean this toilet. You ain't gonna have to wash your clothes. Not saying that you can't do any of these things. It's like I can take the garbage out, but I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do as a woman to make sure your clothes is clean, make sure you got something to eat. I'm not changing a light bulb. I'm not even driving my car to get an oil change. It's just certain things that men should do. And if we define these roles and define all these chores and things that we should do in our household, it will run a lot smoother. But I can go on and on about other little tasks I'm just simply not going to do as a woman.
So you saying you're not one of these women that's walking around here with a dick in your pants? That's what you're saying. Because you know this area, it seems like it's going like that. You know.
Listen, I'm not gonna do that. It's like I'm a woman, so I shouldn't be changing light bulbs. I shouldn't be painting. I shouldn't be fixing any of those things. I can do that, and I ain't one of these women screaming like, "Oh, I can do everything a man can." Yeah, I can, but I'm gonna do certain things that makes me feel like a woman, and you're gonna do some things that's gonna make you feel like the man, the head of this household. That includes fixing shit, washing cars, taking garbage out, and all of that. Because I'm gonna do my part. So all I need you to do is do your part.
All right, Radio Raheem, what you think?
Ooh, you see him.
So you know what? I'll probably say I had my first real relationship in my mid-20s, right? And it has taken all the way until about 36 to actually be in a relationship where I didn't have to have the dick. So before now,
What you mean?
Expand on that, please.
Lord, you see, I look like what?
I see. I sat up.
So I was basically referring back to Ken's comment, like, "Oh, so you the one that had the dick in the relationship?"
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah, I was pretty much. And so now I'm starting to get into this whole gender role thing. This is like before. I can do it all. I can fix shit. I can take out the garbage. I can do all of that. But you better believe you're going to be second to a bitch that I'm fucking. You know, you're just going to be the side dick. If I got to do all that,
what do I need you for? What are you here for? I can do those things myself. But what are you here for? Like this is shit you supposed to do.
Pretty much. Yep. And so it took me a little bit of time to get used to this whole gender role thing. Because when he was like, if I'm going to take out the garbage, then you going to do the dishes. Because you don't like taking out the garbage. And I was like, who the fuck this nigga think he is talking to me like that? Like, bitch, you going to take out the... Okay, nah, you ain't... Okay, yeah, cool. Well, I do the dishes. You can take out the garbage. And then we just kind of, I guess, settled into these roles where he do, take on the male role, fixing shit. I'm glad I ain't got to climb up under a sink no more. I'm glad I ain't got to put my TV stand together no more. Because where it probably take him 30 minutes to do it with his drill, it's probably taking me 3 hours because I just got the manual written.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing
I still use a manual. I feel you.
Well,
Hey,
you can. I don't care how you do it. Fix it. Just get it done. I don't care what you use. You can
You
use
know
the
what?
manual. You can
I'm
use
using
the
a butter
drill.
knife. No
Get
drill,
it.
butter knife.
That's fine too. I don't care
I'm
how
the
you
type
get it
of
done.
person where I get confused with those A, B's, and C's, and what is this C screw over here? So it may take me a little bit longer. But to throw a different level onto
Well,
this
I'm one of those
topic,
kids from elementary school that like to read the books with the pictures. So I go off pictures.
right?
So that shit
Right?
might not be put together right.
Look, it seems like the
Screws
pictures
left
is the
over.
most accurate because the screws be the exact size. Be like, okay, what the fuck is this 3/4 inch screw? I ain't got no damn ruler. But you know, now just to throw another layer on it, gender roles now, this shit is wild as hell because guys want women to pay half on everything, but they also want them to be in their gender roles. Like, I want you to pay half this rent, half these light bills, half these utilities, half on every fucking thing, but they still want you to come home and do the laundry, make sure the kids is straight, be pretty, put a bow in your hair, make sure you got your vagina waxed, make sure you got on your
What's up with
lingerie.
everybody
Just,
this goddamn
And
boat?
what's the problem with that? What's
And
the
what's that?
fucking
I
half?
agree. Like, what's the
hold
problem
on,
with
hold
that?
on.
Do it in
And
you
all
got
you
it.
presenting this dick?
Oh well, no, you gotta give me
No,
Right.
something else.
no, that ain't-
Like
That's just your
all you doing is taking out the
Dick in
garbage. I'm
conversation.
sorry. All you doing is taking out the garbage, presenting dick. Meanwhile, I'm spending about 3-4 hours and going through hella pain and paying half
That's your reward.
fucking bills. Boy,
Well,
fuck
you
yeah.
stupid.
Okay, wait.
Hey, y'all,
Cargo.
y'all thank Beyonce for that.
I
Oh,
Independent.
And ain't y'all seen fucking Jay-Z running around here with them man titties? Boy, I be damned if I'm walking around here looking fat as
Hey,
fuck.
hey,
I'm
there
a
is
man out
nothing
here with
wrong
man
with
titties.
that.
Well, you know
Okay,
how
that
that
is a
goes.
man
Like,
titty. I got a couple of sets right here. I'm
Hey.
okay.
Hey,
Okay, wait.
Planet Fitness is $9.
Wait. Cargo.
Yo.
We got to get a man's perspective first. Nacho got something to say, but I want to hear what you got to say first, bro. What you think about gender roles in 2020?
So you know what? In 2020, for me, I don't even think, just in my opinion, I don't think they exist, and I say that because I'm of the mindset, you know, whatever works in your household is how you should roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you know, my wife, she don't take out garbage. You know, now she's never told me like I'm not taking out the garbage, but you know, I don't want her to take out the garbage. You know, now you know I wash my own clothes because it's just my own. You know, my mama taught me how to wash when I was a shorty. I like my clothes washed a certain way, so I wash. I'm not a fan of using the dishwasher, right? When you know dishes are being cleaned. I like washing dishes. It relaxes me. So I stand in the kitchen, I'll wash all the dishes. You know what I'm saying? I'll iron all the clothes because I like the clothes to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So just for me, I don't even think about like she's supposed to do this and I'm supposed to do that. Now there's just some things that I'm just gonna do just because it's me and she don't have to worry about it. And if I saw her doing it, I'll probably be like, hey, you know, you don't got to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's never even really come up. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't speak for her, but I do suspect that, you know, she has the idea, hey, it's just certain stuff that he gonna do. You know, I don't know if she feels like I'm supposed to do it, but you know, that's just the way that it's been. We've never even discussed it, honestly. You know, I think we both just saw each other's patterns and we were just like, you know, we're gonna roll with that.
Okay.
So she doesn't have to say it, okay? It's just something that you know. I think we born with it, right? Like we know these are the things that we are supposed to do. And you say, yeah, it's different. You ain't thinking about it. And this is something that we're not talking about. And we're not talking about it. And it's turning into these women, oh, I don't need a man to do this. And I don't need this and that. And then you're showing that to your young daughters and your sons, and then what type of people are you raising, right? So it becomes a cycle where they're growing up in these non-productive relationships because I think roles do have to be defined. It's like we have to know what we have to do as a man, what we have to do as a woman. Like I would just use a small household chores, but it goes well beyond that.
Okay,
About
wait.
what we have to do. Ken
Wait.
Ray is itching. He is just rocking. He ready to say something
gonna-
to me. I can't
We gonna
wait.
wait. We gonna wait on Ken Ray because what you just spoke on something that's gonna be one of my questions coming up. But let's hear from Nacho because Nacho, his face is saying, "I got some shit to say." So Nacho, I'll let us, bro. How do you feel about gender roles in 2020?
I should have had a notepad to write down some stuff
Okay.
because I was hitting valid points, you know. But for me, I'm gonna have to agree with Cargo. This day and age, there's no such thing as gender roles. It's whatever works in your house. I mean, every day, you know
what? I'm gonna cut you off, Nacho.
Huh?
I disagree with both of y'all, but I'm gonna let you finish talking.
I mean, at some point, but it's some role. It's some things that I feel like a woman should do that a man shouldn't do. You know,
Such as
What should
huh?
tell me what they should.
I don't
do.
believe a woman should take out the garbage.
Okay.
I don't believe a woman should take out the garbage at all. I mean, hey, what if a raccoon jump out and grab her? You know, may take my lady away.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't-
You know,
I ain't
you get
taking
she
out-
got rabies. You know what
I
I'm
ain't
saying?
taking
Now
out
you
the
without
garbage
your
if I see
lady.
the
But
raccoon.
then who gonna clean up? Then who gonna cook? Like you got to.
We
But
just gonna have to go in on that raccoon like Pam and Martin did when they was like, "That ain't no damn puppy." We
I'm
just would have to go
I
in.
ain't wiping my ass in no alley for shit. Do you hear me?
I mean,
So
but as far as cleaning wise, I believe a woman should clean the bathroom, even though we piss on the floor.
All the time.
Women see stuff that we don't see.
Right. 'Cause
We
have-
sit there
'cause
like,
women
man, we
are
click
more-
that.
That's why I
These
clean the
two-
bathroom.
and speaking of that toilet seat thing, how come women complain about if we leave the seat up? How
I
come
don't give a fuck about that. Like that's some little
Time out.
here's the thing.
If you feeling frisky, go and take a dip while the toilet seat is up, and you'll see why.
Dip.
where it's okay, we'll leave it up.
Technical foul, time out. We're not arguing about the toilet seat. That's your whole- You're not arguing about the toilet seat.
Also, we must gonna have a full show about how.
Hey, I had to learn that at an early age.
We can do that
Cuss
too.
out all the time.
You said how inconsiderate
But
men
I
are.
mean,
Yes,
but
whole segment.
I just feel like certain things a man should do, you know. But like Cargo said, I don't mind washing dishes. I'll throw on some music and wash dishes till the sun come down. I mean,
Yes, sir.
it don't bother me.
You could be doing something
actually
else.
is
Like
more-
you could be doing something else. I could fucking wash dishes. Why don't you put these pictures up? Why don't you
What if we
fix
don't got no
the,
pictures
fix the
up?
handle on the door that's loose? Like do shit like that. Get out
Right.
of my kitchen.
Or
Like,
we could just get a maid.
that too, because I keep one on once a month. I'm just saying. But like I don't need you doing
Wait,
shit
what
that
you
I'm
say?
normally
I ain't paying no maid.
What you just say?
I ain't paying no maid.
I said, or we
What?
can get a maid.
No, Joy. What did you say to that?
So I've called a maid service before, like
Oh, no doubt.
you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And
No,
I clean.
I didn't hear it. I just was asking. Like,
Oh, okay. I thought you was coming.
She
at
said
me
she
like
called
the
it once a
lazy.
month.
I thought, yeah, for like the deep clean. Like, so you want somebody to hit these baseboards and the
Oh,
window
I
sill,
get it.
shit like that. Yeah, like that's it.
yeah,
That type
I
of shit.
get it.
Cause
I
I
get it.
hate cleaning up. I hate all that shit. Like if I could just get somebody who's gonna, I hate it. It gotta be done, but I hate it.
Right.
But that's only because I used to live as a bachelorette for so long. And once my child was born, it was like, fuck, I really gotta start doing this shit. And
Yeah.
I gotta teach her how to do it so she can be a
Yeah, you
functional
gotta
human
clean up
being.
those toys.
I hate this shit. She gotta clean up what?
He said that toy.
You gotta clean
Oh,
up
I
them
thought you-
toys.
I thought you said she gotta clean up after the boys. I was gonna say,
Oh, shit.
oh hell no.
Oh,
All right,
Gotta clean
Cameron,
up
what you got
them
for us? bro?
toys.
Yeah, of course. Well, to the discussion, of course, there must be balance because you must have that masculine balance and you must have that feminine balance to a relationship. And the problem is when that balance is not there, there will be problems, especially if your woman she wearing your pants And when she wearing your pants, and then she go jump right back into to her skirt when it's convenient. That's and I've seen that in relationships before. You like, okay, this woman doing all this, she wearing the pants and all that, and then all of a sudden she go jump back in her skirt, and like when it's convenient, like, whoa, she can't play both roles. It's got to be a balance. I agree that the gender roles can kind of somewhat work itself out. What the roles in the household kind of work itself out in the relationship a long time, but at the same time, you have to bring that masculine presence when needed. You can't, as opposed to that woman, she balance you off with sometimes when you going too hard. Like I know in some cases with my wife, she come to me and give me that feminine balance to yo, chill. But when that balance not there, when if a dude being a bitch all the time, shit, how the hell?
So wait, let me add this to it. What if the male has a more, for lack of better words, more of a feminine personality, and the woman has a more masculine personality? Like,
man, that shit ain't gonna last.
How so?
I'm thinking that may be one of those.
Because that motherfucker sneaking to get dick sometimes.
No.
Oh,
Don't think of it like that. Listen.
Talking about in a sexual.
Somebody's getting paid.
That's what he want to do, but that ain't gonna last.
Wait. Let me say this. I've seen relationships where the woman was the head of the house. Like, do this, come. Like, she was the one. Like, hold on, hear me out. She was the one. Like, she set the tone for the fucking house. I was like, what the hell is going on, right? And he just fell in line where he was when the way.
But that dude is somewhat giving his masculine balance in some form. It's okay that she set the tone in some form, as long as he's stepping in and being that man. If not, he's probably getting pegged somewhere.
I think that's one of those
because as a man, you don't want to feel. It has to be because as a man, you don't want to let your woman feel more dominant than you as a man, because when outsiders see your woman, you look like, and you don't want that. I mean, because if somebody coming to beat you up, you gonna run behind your woman, or you gonna stand up and be a man?
Didn't you see the Kevin Hart special?
Nah,
I'm gonna go to the car and pop the trunk on your bitch ass. She said, "What are you gonna do? Get the stroller, babe?"
With that. Like, no, I don't see it that way. It just be, I just said the woman's supposed to be cooking and cleaning and doing laundry and all these things. He may be a chef. What am I doing cooking if I got a whole man for
I don't feel like I'm cooking.
Wait a minute, but now, Joy, you just said stay out of my kitchen, though.
But you
I
notice,
don't mind cooking for my woman.
whether those
It's different.
I never said whether they.
I love cooking.
Those roles.
I love eating.
Clearly.
You out of order, Joy.
What I say? I just said, you know.
All right. So for me, I got one request for my wife. That's it. Just one request. Take care of dinner. Everything else we're gonna figure out. Take care of dinner. If you leave it up to me, we eating chicken every motherfucking day. And I'm talking about we're going to Harold's one day, we're going to Popeyes and then we're gonna eat barbecue chicken, and one day bake some chicken. Like, I'm a chicken guy. Like, I love it. Come say it. Yes, I'm the racial profile. That's me.
Don't worry about it.
I'm a chicken guy. So you
Just
can't
have some chicken tonight.
because we have it 7 days a week. Today, make sure it's tomato sauce on it, tomato sauce. Potatoes, fries. I had it with jambalaya. Like, I can eat it every day. So
As long as it's chicken.
dinner, you want to do something different, I'm here for it. Do what you do. You want to make some Alfredo, you want to make cool. That's my only thing. Everything else, like, I'm in agreement with both points, where I don't feel like a chore defines your role as far as a gender role. I feel like it's yeah, she just went in on me. I don't feel like she ain't lying though.
She made a decision.
I don't feel like she's saying that I eat chips for dinner. Like she ain't lying.
Okay.
I don't feel like the chore defines the role. I feel like there has to be a balance. Like as a man, you have to take charge. You have to be the king of your kingdom, and she has to be the queen of the kingdom as well. So let's be clear. She run this shit. It's her shit. I'm talking about all of us. Your wife, your girl, she's going to run the house. She's going to make sure the day-to-day of the house is handled and everybody going to get a role. But it's going to be sometimes where as the king, you got to be like, okay, some shit going to get out of whack and it's too chaotic for her to handle. Hold on, baby girl. Let me make sure that you understand. This is how we doing this. And this is the plan for A, B, C, D, and we good. And that's to me, that's what the gender role is most not who doing the dishes and who taking out garbage. Like we got a teenage.
I agree. The chores don't define the whole thing. It's right. Like I make sure, hey, this is what we gotta do. These are the things we gotta handle this week. Like, but I'm gonna turn to you and be like, what you think? I done made these decisions already. But I'm gonna turn to you and be like, "What you think?" Just to get your opinion and just to see.
We know you're gonna be wrong anyway, so
he gonna say
just so you can feel good.
Not true.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make you sit in a different way, or I'm gonna say, you know what, fuck it, go for it.
Yeah, but at least we asked you. Even what I'm saying is, let me tell you what happens. We didn't mostly more than likely we didn't figure out the problem or figured out how we was gonna do something, but we gonna ask you to see if you have, some opinion, so it can feel like you gave us some input to make sure.
Hey, Joy, it goes back to what I was saying to you a couple of weeks ago on the show when I said when a guy take you out, they give you two choices. But the two choices are the choices that they already made. You think you made a choice, but that dude already made that.
He already did, because he didn't gave you those two restaurants. That's all I got to choose from. But I didn't get I'm saying I got a whole plan laid out. Like I know what we finna do to get from A to Z. But I'm gonna ask you, baby, what you think about this, because we got this going on. That's what a woman's supposed to be doing.
We only thought about A to B.
Now, do y'all think people struggle in their relationships because people in 2020? Do y'all think people struggle having a fulfilling relationship because they're trying to figure out this whole gender roles bullshit?
No.
Yes, I think not that they're trying to figure out the gender roles. I think they listening to social media or society and defining their gender roles as opposed to doing what's best for them and theirs. Like you always hear a woman, not to make this fuck that. You always hear women say, I don't want no broke man, or I don't want no man who can't do this. He got to be able to take care of A, B, C, D, E. If he can't do this, you're like, damn, like
that's bullshit.
How's that bullshit?
Because a lot of women,
if I'm coming with the same thing,
what about the woman who ain't got a pot to piss in though? Who want a man who have all of this, but she ain't got nothing to bring to the table? How the fuck?
Shit, our grannies they have a pot to piss in, but they still had a house. That granddaddy gambled away.
Man picked them up like, hey, I want to make you my lady.
That goes back to what Ken Ray said. This ain't 1950, and you can't jump in and decide what it's gonna be. You can't be I'm independent and we going this way in 2020, and then my grandma didn't have to do that. Like,
yeah, you cannot sit there where my parents and go jump in your skirts when it's convenient.
Why can't I?
You can't be too independent for men. You can't be too independent for your man.
So define being too.
Josh, your internet going in and out, Josh.
After we're gonna have to kick your ass for that fucking signal.
My signal acting up.
Yeah, your signal acting up, bro.
Do I need to go get my other computer?
You probably do.
Huh?
Yeah, and come back on.
Because I'm finna cook your ass when you come back. I'm gonna fucking fry you. I'm finna fry you when you come back.
You gonna have to throw a couple of shoes, man, to get you a new connection, man.
I'm gonna remove you when you come back.
So Ken Ray, I want to ask this question: why can't we do that? Why can't the woman just show up like and have some skills, like know how to sew? Because I want you to tell me when last time you ran across a woman that knew how to sew. Whatever. So she comes with, she know how to sew, she know how to cook, she is really detail oriented. You know, she know how to take care of kids. I'm still talking. I'm still see what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be disrespectful. So why can't I come with all those things, with all those skills that you don't have, and you take care of it?
No, that I never
I'll go buy me a shirt.
a little bit.
Oh,
You not go. I don't need you to sew me no goddamn shirt.
I was just
hell no. You trying to go back to like this 1950? You ain't showing me no damn outfit no more.
So here's the thing: your favorite shirt catch a hole right here.
You
Ain't
gonna
nothing wrong with
trying to
this
get me
bitch.
the Gordon Guard Trail. I'm not wearing the Gordon Guard Trail, bro. Not happening.
So you ain't gonna hit the scene right here. This is
No.
one of your favorite shirts. I forgot. You rich.
Now, Jordan, now you know I'm ready for your ass.
Yeah, I'm finna fry your ass. What you had to say before you left?
Yeah, I'm ready for your ass. Whatever you about to say.
So you weren't here. So all I was saying is, what's the problem with showing up with skills that a man doesn't have?
Somebody got Wait. Somebody got an echo. Turn it down a little bit.
That ain't me.
Test.
Test.
Okay, go.
So it's a difference between skill and being too independent. It's okay that you have a skill to help your guy, but don't come in because you make more than him. You got more than him. You knew what you had you knew what he had in the beginning when you start dating him.
Okay.
Don't come in with this mine, this I do this, I do that. No, because when you start doing that, I got this, I got that. No man gonna want to deal with that. What?
The only time a woman is gonna do that is when a man is not fulfilling his role as a man. And I believe, I believe that is an issue with a lot of men in the
radio.
Echo.
I got an echo now.
Yeah,
it's you.
Still an echo. Wow, let's see. Okay, I'll be right back.
But what's up with that? So my thing is, I don't care if a woman is independent. I just don't want you to. I don't want you to feel that you're more than me as your partner. Because if I'm your partner, that's what we are. We are partners. We are a team. We're like Shaq and we're like Anthony Davis and LeBron.
He finna say Shaq and Kobe.
I'm not saying Shaq and Kobe, but they broke up.
Shaq and Kobe was not a
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like Scotty and Jordan, we are together as one. When you make a decision, we make the decision. There's no I and we. It's we made the decision. Like you said earlier, you said that women already have it in their mind about what they're going to do, or they already came up with the plan for A to Z. Men, we think about A and B. We want to try to figure it out, and we're gonna try to maneuver around it. But we ain't gonna sugarcoat it. We ain't gonna bullshit behind it. We want to handle the business and get it done and get it out the way.
Let me jump in here. The build on Dante's point. A lot of times, when y'all think about these plans, y'all got all this emotional shit that's going on, and it's going to take up to say, hey.
I'm going on with that.
The independent
Here we go, guys. But I just want to make sure I'm clear so I can have something for this point. You saying you don't want a woman that's too independent because she may make more money. Okay, wait a minute. Let me finish my thought.
Don't be trying. Listen here, Camilla Harris.
First of all, the first black woman VP. Oh, I'm sorry. So here's the thing: you don't want her to be too independent, which means you don't want her to throw what she has in your face. That's what it sounded like. That has nothing to do with independence.
Okay, wait. So if y'all got echo problems, just go to USA and Mike and hit echo cancellation. It should be good.
Man's already
Mike,
checked.
You said what?
you got an echo.
Hello?
Yeah, that was already done on my end.
What you say here, Mike? I couldn't hear.
Echo cancellation.
I don't even see that.
Go to your cam and mic
Okay, see that?
and go to audio, and
Okay.
it's gonna be a little box.
Bet.
There you go.
Good.
Y'all sound better now?
I'm good.
Yeah. Yep.
Yo.
Hey.
Sounds better.
Can y'all hear me?
Little tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear myself through somebody's computer.
So what I was saying was,
Somebody got
Yeah.
two computers open or something? Two things open?
I hope that ain't Nacho, is it?
No, I turned my computer off.
Let me check.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sound like the computer's on.
Yeah, see, I ain't got no computer. My computer closed.
Sorry, folks. We will fix this technical difficulty in a few short minutes.
We need some whole music.
Please bear with us while we fix it. Thank you. Was that good?
Okay, we're gonna wait 2 minutes. Sorry about that. When y'all ain't talking, just mute. That's easy. So who was making a point? Oh, okay, wait. Forget the point. I got
Okay,
a question. You was. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I was saying was, I think a lot of men underestimate how their lack of masculinity can drive a woman to take over. Right? So it's like, yeah, you think you're being a man, and then this all comes down to communication, really. You have a lot of men that think they running some shit, but in reality, it's just like, you kind of a bitch. So you know what? I'll just take over. I'll, be the woman and all that shit. And now we just got a masculine woman and a bitch for a man. And that sucks.
But how would their relationship work? I mean, you feel like you're in a battle with your guy.
And that's what sucks. That's why I say it comes all down to communication. Because like I say, a lot of men really don't know when they're not stepping it up. And that goes both ways though. I'm not saying that it's only the men that do that. Sometimes the women don't step up and do what they're supposed to do as well. But a lot of men ain't gonna step into that feminine role. They'll just kind of lose interest or do whatever it is y'all dudes do. But when it comes to a woman,
Hey, when they step into the feminine role, they're getting pegged.
Right. They getting pegged.
Can you be an adult for like 5 minutes, like just 5?
So let me ask a question.
I am.
And I'm being serious. So what is considered masculine? Like, when you say, if a man is not in that masculine role, like what is considered masculine? And I'm just asking to see what your opinions are.
And you'll find out real quick.
Come on, man. I'm just asking to see, what your opinions really are.
So for me, it was one thing I had to deal with is I'm not an argumentative type of person in a relationship. But I was with a guy that liked to argue. And to me, that's more on the feminine side of things. It's like, because we're women, we're catty. So we can go back and forth with you. But for me, it's like, hey, bro, okay, yeah, I fucked up. Let's move the fuck on. But he wouldn't stop until he was able to get a rise out of me. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going here and take my masculine energy this way, and you can take your single mama that you was raised by energy that way, and you can argue with your goddamn self. So it's just little things like that I feel is feminine energy from a man.
Hey, Dante,
Okay.
I gotta get back in this one. Dante, what is your definition of masculine energy since you asked that question?
You know what? I'll be honest. I really don't have one. Honestly, I really don't have a definition. I don't have a definition for masculine energy or feminine energy. I truly don't, to honestly answer your question.
So you just saying people are just people.
Yes, I do believe that. I do believe that, and I believe that men and women can have both traits.
They can.
They can.
Whatever those traits are. So yeah.
I can agree. I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I disagree.
I do
No.
too.
Go ahead, Joy.
So here's the thing with that, right? So we want to talk about what's masculine, what's feminine, right? Like I think I'm a progressive woman, like, and I can be aggressive sometimes. So I do have some masculine traits, but when I am broken and when I feel like I can't go any further, this man need to pick me up. Okay. I have a job where I'm making decisions all day long. When I come home, I just want to just be a woman and let that man just run it all because I'm tired. I should be able to lean on him and be weak and be fragile in front of him and it be okay. Like that's what being a woman is about. Making sure I'm supporting my man, whether it's, emotionally, whether it's physically, like that's what a woman's supposed to be able to do is to uplift that man. And he's supposed to, show me appreciation. We talked about it, like slap me on the ass a little bit when you see me in the kitchen cooking, or when I get my little hair done, say something like blowing my ear, like do those things for me, because I'm gonna do those things for you. So
Hey, Dante,
blowing my ear, like make that shit come back some. Like that's all I want you to do.
Hey, I gotta go back to Dante.
Thank that.
Because that answer was so safe, man. You so politically correct, man. You got to give me something better than that, man. Because man, that is real political correct that you just gave. You playing it too safe. So you try to say that you just let things happen.
Hey Ken, you sound like you are DJ Khaled over there with his echo.
He got an effect on his mic. There we go. So here's the thing: how you gonna say he gave a safe answer? That's his answer. We're all different. We all behave. Hold on.
He asked Dante. He asked Joy. Let Dante speak for himself.
Dante, I'm trying to be here for you.
No, you good. I mean, to say it's the safe answer. I mean, it's honestly the only answer that I got because. Going back to Joy's point when she was saying, she want to come home sometime and that man is there, to do what it is he need to do, which I do agree with. There are times when, my wife and I have conversations and I have to be there to pick her up with words, with actions and things like that. So is that considered a feminine trait or a masculine trait? So that's why I say I don't.
That's called
That's called what?
Supporting your mate. But who's killing the spider in the house?
So killing the spider is masculine?
I'm not saying that. Goddamn, I'm out here like DJ Khaled.
I'm muted like a motherfucker. I was saying, like, I ain't killing no spider. I will wake your ass up out to sleep and be like, hey, come get this spider out the top of this ceiling because I'm not fucking with it. No. Get your ass up and do that. Then we ain't fucking together. If you scared of a spider, how the fuck you gonna be gonna stand up and see somebody run up on us? Hell no. You better be able to take care of some little shit in the house. I can't trust your ass outside. Come on now.
Okay, I gotta.
But, I mean,
let me get to
go
my
ahead.
first
Go with the
question.
next
Go ahead.
question.
My first question is this: do you think that the way that a person is raised can affect their gender identity? We're gonna
Yes.
start.
Yes,
with you.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, Nacho, you first. Explain.
No. A way a person is, I mean, I was just talking about this with one of my students today, that the way a person is raised, everybody is raised differently when it comes down to the way you think people should act. So if back when you say the 50s, Joy, right? 50s? So back in the 50s, mama, grandma, grandpa, cousin, auntie, everybody stayed in the house together. And you saw grandpa work every day, grandma cook dinner, this, that, and other. You as a little girl seeing this, like, oh man, I couldn't do this all the time. I can't cater to my man like my grandma do my grandpa. I want to do something different with my life. So when you get older, you move out, you try to find yourself, you try to do something with a guy, with your guy, to try to do something different. So your household is ran a little bit different than what you was raised in, if y'all get my point. Because you try to have a reflection of what you didn't want from the household that you was raised in. So if you was in a house that you got raised in where you got discipline, where you got a whooping, you're not going to want to whoop your kids, because you're going to want to walk past that like, I'm not whooping my kids, because I feel like when I got a whooping for stuff I didn't do. But as a kid, you don't remember all the stuff that you did to get the whooping. So then as you get older, you don't whoop your kid. When your kid grow up, they go to school, start acting out. Now you're trying to figure out what you did wrong as a parent. So now that role from the 1950s to the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s, the roles it's somewhat different, because the stability in the households have changed from where you're seeing grandpa and grandma in the house to you seeing yourself and a different boyfriend in the house to you being independent. So now you're trying to figure out what's wrong. If you know.
Hey man, Nacho, these grandmas out here got OnlyFans pages now.
Yeah.
And
Hey, but at the same time, because you mentioned it, like you said like the 99 and the 2000s, they was backing that ass up. That was they role then.
Yeah, they was throwing that ass in a circle.
They started throwing their ass in a circle to about, what was that, like 2000?
But I'm just saying, but a lot of things change when you trying to raise kids. I work in an alternative high school where kids thinking buying their kids Jordans is taking care of their kids for the rest of their life, because they got Jordans on their kids' feet, but they ain't got a roof over their head, or they ain't got a job, but they out here scamming. But when I was growing up, I saw my mom and daddy work every day. Mm-hmm. They went up, worked every day. I didn't have the latest mics. I had on FUBU. I had passed down FUBU for somebody else. But it was just the fact that my mom and daddy provided a structured household, which I love. But as for some of these young kids, these kids are study having kids in broken houses, and they having kids all of the time. Like Michael Burke said, it's a learned behavior. And they only learn it because it's what they see. I can't, by me being born in the projects, I didn't want to continue to live like I lived in the projects. I never knew I was poor. I just knew I was a kid and my mom and daddy took care of me. I didn't know I was poor. Mm-hmm. But as I got older and I look back, I say, man, I'm glad I got out that situation, because now I'm in a better situation where I can give to my kids. So when I'm looking at my kids and their situations, yeah, my father sent me away to school. Now I want to send my kids away to school. So yeah, I got a bachelor's. I want to make sure my kids get a master's so they can go get a doctorate, so they can go above and beyond. But a lot of these kids in today's society, a lot of parents in today's society only living for today and that moment. They want to look good for social media. If right now we're about to come up on Christmas, watch and see how many people post what they got their kids for Christmas. But watch that, if we was in school right now, how many parents gonna go rebuy school supplies for their kids to go
For
back
their
to school?
kid.
Or even post the kids report card.
Oh, they'll never post. Oh, and all these kids that be going on proms. I worked at a school where kids went to prom, where they parents paid for prom, but the kids can go to prom because they ain't had the grades to go on prom. But it was all for pictures. See, everybody got this social media facade, like we talking about gender roles. It's all about like Kenny Ray said, it's all about what social media portray. Everybody talks about what a real man's supposed to be. That's all a bunch of women on social media, what a real man's supposed to be. But a lot of men don't know how to be men because there's not enough men in the household to teach them how to be men.
And that too, and there it is, and that was it. Now I'm gonna come with that. Like sometimes I've dated men. Well, I have dated men. Like, look, you're not doing the right thing, but it's not your fault. Because you ain't have a man to show you how to be a man. And just like you said, hold on, Mike, hold on. I'm not, hold on, because you finna tell me back, yeah, hold that, you got to whatever. But let me finish. So just like she said, she was like, well, you were raised by, this single mama, go back with them because that's female traits. No, like that's unfair. That's really unfair that you would say that because they didn't have a father in the household. Like I just totally disagree with that. But it is true. Like if you don't have a man right here with you raising you, like where are you getting your examples of a man? From the I'm talking in our age grade. From the Cosby Show? Like you trying to see that's the way how they're supposed to be, or big homie on the block that you see going to school. That's your example. You know what I'm saying? So I'll help you get there and telling you how I will behave and what I expect out of you. So we shouldn't really hold some men that want to do the right thing accountable, but they didn't have the men and they like to help raise them to be productive men out here in society.
Well, the problem is this. A lot of women have men in the household, but they don't have a man in the household.
Talk your shit.
Mm-hmm.
See, you can have a man in the house all day long, but if he ain't teaching your kids how to be a man, or he ain't instilling some type of male presence in your daughter life, he's just a male living in your house eating your food. You need to get rid of that chump. Simple.
Yes.
Listen, I agree with all of that, but I'm also say this.
GD Sam, my bad. I love it.
I agree with all that, but I'm also say this. Being a man, you don't always. Well, I guess you do have to have some sort of example, but you get two choices in life, right? Like there's two choices. You can make a bad choice and you can make a good choice. The decision is on you, right? You could be the good example that you want to be, or you could do the fuck shit that you want to do, right? Like it's really that simple. We could blame all kind of shit, right? Environment. We could blame lack of parents. We can blame we can name a ton of shit that fuck us up as people or as a person or as an individual. But ultimately, it's up to you to be the type of person that you want to be, right? I didn't have a male in my house day to day to teach me how to be a man, to teach me how to do certain shit. My mama told me at 11 years old I was the man of the house. I was 11. I ain't no man. What the hell are you talking about, Mom? Like what is wrong with you? But I slowly started understanding what she meant was that I was responsible for my brothers and what I needed, and that I was going to be the example that they looked up to. So whatever I decided to do or whatever I decided to be, it could have potentially affected their outcome, right? So that made me sit back and as a kid and decide I need to do what's best for not just me, but for my family going after me, because they looking to me as the example. So my example, truthfully, was some of the men that lived on the block who I interpreted their households as one thing, or what I needed it to be, or looked for it to be, as if they were living like the Huxtables, because that's what I wanted. Or I even listen to rap music. As fucked up as it sounds, like that. That's what has helped me become, the man that I am. So it ain't necessarily like so when to go back to Nacho's point about women saying what a man's supposed to be. Well, hell, sometimes we don't even know what the fuck we supposed to be. We trying to figure it out. you can't tell me what it means to be me if you don't know what it means to be me. Just like I can't tell you what it means to be a woman, because what my standard is, or how I feel a woman should portray herself or what she do, that might take away everything that you want to do. Like, you have the freedom to be you, and I got the freedom to be me, but we need to figure out how the fuck we gonna figure it out together.
And to piggyback off your point, Mike, I do agree with you where roles are a work in progress. It's just that you have, but still there is energy in those roles where that role where you have that male dominant, that masculine energy that's there where them when they're going one direction, as opposed to when you're going on your masculine rave, that woman is coming in and stepping in and calming you down.
Agreed.
It's just a balancing thing. And in my opinion, when that balance is off, that's when a lot of relationships kind of go different directions. So that's when I say, when you saying things like there's not a role, then what is the purpose of that woman having you? She might as well go ahead straight and go with a woman. If you're not bringing that male energy.
What? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's a whole other topic. Like,
no, but it's
but you know what? But
that is not facts.
But
Like,
you know what?
you talking to a woman that dates
is,
women and men. You don't know what you talking
regardless
about.
of what you're talking about, there's a reason why a man got a dick and a woman got a pussy. Let's just keep it like that.
But,
yeah, to reproduce.
I'm gonna say this. There's no real thing about. There's no real issue about role. Sometimes you got to know you got to get in where you fit in a situation. When you're in a relationship and y'all rocking, you rocking, she rolling. Sometimes she may have, even though you think you the man, sometimes you got to take that feminine role and take the back seat.
What the fuck are you talking about, Don? I mean,
I'm just saying, you gotta take the back seat.
Like I said, it's cool.
You can't always be the man in the situation.
You're right. You got to be the man all the time.
Sometimes you gotta let the woman take the lead. That's two different things.
Wait. What I'm saying?
That's two different things.
It's the energy there. It's two different. And you bringing your male energy, and that woman bringing her feminine energy. There's two different. It's a balance there.
So you saying you bringing your male energy? Male and masculine are not the same thing. So no. Just because you a male, that don't mean that you're bringing masculine energy. That's not the same.
Just catch yourself with some fucking white feet on.
Huh? See?
What you just say?
Okay.
Wait, I'm talking to you. Right?
Somebody mute so I can talk to Cargo.
Did that mess up your whole train of thought?
I don't know what the fuck you were talking about, Cargo. You just said male and masculine and shit like that. I'm like,
yeah, the you got distracted.
Mute Nacho.
Huh?
Mute real quick.
What about me?
Mute.
Ah.
Okay, go ahead, Ray.
Okay.
So no. What I was saying was, you saying you bringing the male masculine energy into the house, and you're saying that male and masculine are the same, and that's not true. Because if male and masculine were the same, then a male couldn't possess feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's just exclusively male and masculine, then we're one way all the time and we never change, and that's not true. And that's the same thing for a woman.
Okay. Mute yourself, Cargo. Okay, can you hear me? The fuck, I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody now. Look at y'all trying to shut me down.
We muted. We listening to you. Go.
Okay, you can hear me now. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I hear what you're saying, Cargo. And definitely, you know, we don't have a patent on masculinity. I agree with you on that. But most of that trait is more shown in a male, where you have to in some form bring balance to that woman. When there are times of and most times the woman is showing the emotional trait of going all over the place. And you have to bring some type of balance. Look at Joy over there. I see
what the fuck. Okay,
you up next. I'm finna fry you.
What you said, but back to you, Cargo. I don't know what the hell they talking about, but whatever you said, you always give these old politically correct answers and shit because you try to fucking not say nothing to piss off that wife at home. Give us a fucking real answer.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
I see y'all all laughing like it's fun and games, but that whole woman be all emotional. Don't act like you ain't never seen an emotional man. And I know some women that don't get emotional at all.
Pegged. You're right. He being pegged.
He being pegged, and you know what? The community is gonna get you. The community is gonna get you with that.
Hold on. You bring out of control.
Hey, don't think
Wait.
Ain't nothing wrong with showing.
They gonna rub your ball.
There's nothing wrong with a man showing some emotion. Like, you guys are human beings. I ain't asking you to fucking sob every time we watch The Notebook or some other corny ass movie, but act like
hey, I cry off The Notebook. Okay?
That shit was good. But what I'm saying is, it's okay.
I cry every time they die together. I cry.
Like, that's the problem. Y'all
okay, wait. So I want to say this. I think masculine and femininity is two totally different things, of course, right? But I don't feel like it's possessed just by a man and a female. Like, I know some women with some super masculine personalities, right? Like, that's just who they are. That don't mean like they tougher than me or that they not women. Like, at the end of the day, they're women. But you know, their personality is more, you know, masculine. And I know some men who got some feminine traits, like super feminine, right? And I think sometimes that as humans, we possess both. Now, me, I could just speak specifically for me. My masculinity is way more dominant than my femininity. And when we talking about roles, they're like you falling back to your woman ain't got nothing to do with masculinity, right? Like that it's two separate conversations. So if your woman wants to lay down some rules or wants to do things a certain way, and you know decide that that's okay, like that don't mean like you less masculine or you're not a man. That just mean like that decision works better for y'all, and she came up with it, and vice versa. If I come up with a decision like this is how we gonna handle this, and I feel like we should do this from A, B, C, D, let's go, and yeah, cool, and we move forward. Like, I think we talking about two different conversations.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. It's definitely role play. You playing your role. Sometimes you cannot be the leader in certain situations. Some situations they have to lead.
I just said that, and y'all just took my stuff. I said that already.
Hey, it's our show, so we stole from you.
Okay, I just wanted to respond to the comment about men, about women being emotional and all over the place in comparison to men. This is the one great thing, and this is dealing with social media and men in real life. So social media not only allows you to interact with people on your friends list, it allows you to see different people from all cultures from across the world. Now, if you have never seen how crazy and emotional these men get off of simple shit, Like, I can go on there and say, you know what? If a nigga don't tie my shoe, he ain't shit. Do you know how many men is gonna get on there and call me all type of bitches and go clean off the fucking scale? Emotional. Like, damn, fam, this was just a joke.
Carl Thomas ass niggas.
Emotional. This could be just as a joke, and they gonna go off. So I think in 2020, to say that women are these emotional and unpredictable creatures, nah. There's a lot of men out here that really just
bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, now I can openly admit that I am emotional. Like I'm real. I am emotional. Like I can watch something. Joy, don't make me come over there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But I'm emotional. Like I am very, very emotional, especially when it comes down to subjects that I'm passionate about, especially my kids, you know, or if I'm like, you know, I lost my father last year. And if I see like a show, what was that? I watched the show, a movie or something, and the father died. I just cried because, I mean, that's still the emotional part of me. You know, I'm still trying to get over that, but it's like,
that's different.
I mean, but even
that's
as far as the relationship goes,
I mean, the
like,
thing
I can get my feelings hurt if she says something to me that I don't like. Like if she say something out of pocket, and you know, and I'm trying my best, I get emotional. Like, man, what the hell is going on? Even though I'm trying my best, but I'm emotional. I mean, I can show my emotion, but I won't show you my emotion to a lot of people though. That's when you need to worry, because I ain't gonna show you no emotion. But if you my lady, I'm going to show you the sensitive side.
And you're supposed to. You're not supposed to operate as a robot. Like that's ridiculous when you feel like you have to do that. And being emotional is not always crying. Emotional can be you just have outbursts of anger, like all of that stuff. So that all counts. Mute your mic.
Like even with my male friends, you know what I'm saying? Like even with my male friends, see, a lot of males are afraid to admit this, but when we were kids, we always thought telling other guys that we loved them was gay. And as I gotten older, I lost friends, I lost family that were males. Like, and you know, we always wait to the last minute at their burial, at the funeral, just to say I love you. Man, I'm gonna send you a text and say, bro, I love you. That's it. I don't want nothing. I don't want to say nothing. I love you, bro, and keep it moving because it's gonna always be love. Now you die today. I wake up tomorrow, you dead. I'm like, hey, he knew that I love you. I'm gonna get up on the podium and say I love you. But so many men are afraid to express their love for another male. It's not the love. It's not the fact that you tell them that you love them in a passionate way. It's I love you for who you are as a friend, as a family member. But we don't teach our boys that. We teach our boys every time our sons cry, be tough.
Stop it.
Shut up. But for me, my son, when he was younger, he would cry and I would sit there and hold him. My friends would be like, man, put him down, man. He got to be tough. And I said, no, because at some point, I need to let my son let those emotions out because I don't want him to be labeled as the angry black kid or the angry black man. I need for him to say, my daddy let me cry. My daddy let my emotions out. Now I'm able to express myself as I get older. Yep. So I will let my son cry in my arms. I will pick my son up. Joe. Even still to this day, I will pick my son up and hold him like it's nothing. My 16-year-old, he can sit there and cry in my arms. I'll rock him like a baby, but that's my son. That's my baby. I ain't gonna treat him. I'm not gonna show my daughters the same compassion that I wouldn't show my sons. So my daughters cry, I'm gonna pick them up, dust them off. It's gonna be okay, wipe them tears away. For my sons, I ain't gonna shut up, punk, get up. No, I'm gonna pick them up, dust them off, do the same thing I did for my daughters because I love my sons. I want them to be able to show emotion. In today's society, these boys are not able to show emotion. So when they become men, They don't want to show emotion, so they so aggressive. That's
They
why
show
they
rage.
rage.
It turns into rage. It
Man,
turns into rage
I was about
because
to
they
look.
don't know how to express themselves. Like, okay, I'm upset about something. Let me go fuck this up. No, that's not how it works. We have to show them that you have to have a level of compassion. Like, you don't have to always show rage. You need to get this out in a healthy way to make them be productive men. Like, I wish I had a son, man. I'd be
I
like,
want to bring this comment in, and I want us to talk about this because Miss Nisha Brandy Bird, what up, Nish? She said it's so hard to date because so many men are broken and very emotional, and it's draining, right? What y'all think about that?
I think that's just dating in general, honestly. You know, that's men and women. I mean, she's a woman, so you know she's coming from that vantage point. But I mean, dating, man, it's a crapshoot. You know, you roll the dice, and you know, you go with it, try to see if it's gonna work, and a lot of times it don't. You know what I mean? So I feel on that, but man,
You know what? I feel like and don't get me wrong, I really feel like each generation has its own problems, but I feel like we're the generation that came up in the late 70s and 80s. And so we had to be tough as shit. I'm from the projects, and our house was the house that had the drugs was cooked in. You know, it was our house was the lit house in Robert Taylor. So what that meant for us is we had to hurry up and grow up. Now this is when I'm 3 and 4 years old. I'm the baby. All of us had to grow up. And then we had to go through the 80s and the 90s with the crack and the cocaine. And we all had to deal with that shit in some form of fashion. If it wasn't directly in your house, you had a cousin who was dealing with that shit. You had, you know, your half sister or brother was dealing with that shit. And so I feel like a lot of us that grew up in that time, we didn't have the option of really being emotional. We didn't have the option of actually being kids. You know what I mean? Because then we went through the latchkey kid phase. So that's us coming home from school, and we can't go outside or have our friends over or, you know, do shit like that. We got our ass whooped for not taking the meat out the refrigerator. So I think a lot of us really had to grow up, and I think a lot of adults now are displaying those childish tendencies that should have been displayed through those 80s and 90s. And so it is draining for a lot of us. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of teen mothers. But when you see what they had to go through as teenagers to going through to becoming adults and actually growing up with their kids, you now have a lot of women and men in their late 30s and 40s trying to recapture those years. And it's like, hey, bro, you too old for this shit. And go ahead.
No,
I would say yes.
I say
I'm
yes.
sorry, go ahead.
I mean, because I don't agree. I'm not. I disagree with teen pregnancy. I mean, to each his own. I'm not. You know, and I don't agree with it because in some situations, if we already living in a bad situation at home, you know, mom barely, you know, taking care of me and my siblings. I can't put a child in this situation, and it's where we live in. So I need to think about that, and I need to also think about what I want to do. Like, as I had my first child at 21, and it's like a catch-22 when you have kids older versus younger. So at 21, I was still in college, trying to find my way. Like, literally, I just turned 21, able to drink, legally able to drink. And I had my first child 2 weeks later after my birthday. But I had to go find a job. I had to go find jobs to just say, hey, I'm able to pay child support. So now, you know, some of my friends having children late, So when I was having kids, they were partying, kicking it, traveling, doing all this. Me, I got to think about daycare, diapers, doctor's visits, making sure they got what they need. So I'm like, man, I'm study having kids. Y'all ain't got no kids. I'm jealous. Now my kids are older. They ain't got no. Their kids are younger. Guess what? The shoe was on the other foot. Now you got to worry about daycare, bottles, formula, all this other stuff.
I'm gonna jump in with that. So I didn't have my first kid till I was 30 for that very same reason. I wanted to kick it. Do you hear me?
I was 27.
I wanted
I was
to
27.
kick it. I want to make sure that I partied my ass off until I became somebody's parent because I knew I was gonna have to be responsible. So what? Yeah, I got a 9-year-old now. I'm 39. All my friends got kids graduating high school, and now they want to kick it. Yeah, I'm old. I want to be home and be with my family. Like, no, it's okay. Like now, but I'm stable. I ain't struggling. What?
Remember last week I was talking about thoughting? I was, my younger years thoughting. We talked about this, right? So don't be looking shocked.
Will Chamberlain, right?
I did not. Will goddamn. But that was 2 weeks ago, rather. I didn't have a baby though until I was 27, right? So that just tell you, like, I was out here, but I protected myself. Like, I wasn't playing because I'm gonna tell you why. My mama told me at a young age, you better not bring no goddamn baby in my house. And it terrified me. Like, wait a minute, a baby? And then, again, I'm the oldest of 5 boys, so my brothers is younger than me. Shit, I'm helping with them. Hell no, I ain't bringing no baby in this house. That's mine. Like,
that's what you were saying. You wasn't shooting up the club. You was leaving them outside of the club.
You know what? Here we go.
Putting them in a garbage bag.
Here we go.
But you know what? But you know what though? To go back to what Nisha was saying as far as it being emotionally draining, I'll be honest. I know during my 20s, I was emotionally draining to a lot of niggas. But, and this is another thing that people don't deal with, I dealt with depression. I dealt with a whole host of problems that I self-medicated with liquor. Shit, my 20s was a fucking blur. I was scared to do drugs, but I did drink like a motherfucker, and I smoked weed, and I worked, and I had sex. Like, that's what I did. To the point where sex was just a high for me and not actually satisfying. So it's like, I know I'm a good person internally, and that's what niggas is connecting to. But I'm just like, hey fam, I'm just trying to fuck. Hey.
And that was emotionally draining to some men?
Yes, it was, because they wanted relationships. And I'm just like, nah, that's not what I'm here for.
I'm gonna be on some real shit. I'm gonna be on some real shit. Both men, we're not dogs. Men ain't breeded to be dogs. We're not here to be like, I want to fuck her, and her. A lot of times with us, we're looking for that one true love to be with for the rest of our lives. Once you get your motherfucking heart broke, all hell will break loose. And any man on here, tell me, am I lying? Like,
that's why I said a couple weeks ago that I wasn't trying to take home girl down, and she kicked me out the joint.
But am I lying? Once you get your heart broke, like you like, oh, what? You gonna play me? Like,
so you get your heart broke at 16, and now you fucked
I ain't
up
even
forever.
saying 16.
But I'm just saying, you're saying when you get your heart broke, because y'all start off as good guys, and then
not everybody get their heart broke at 16 though. Like, let's talk about early adulthood, right? Let's talk about you 19, 20 years old, and you really like someone, and you want to build something, and you feel like you want to, y'all gonna last forever. Because let's just be clear, we talked about this last week, or on previous episodes, where you living your life based upon what society put up on you, or what you feel like, right? So like you trying to go to school and graduate and find this job and have kids and a family before you 30. Where the fuck is that possible at, right? Like, from 18 to 30, you trying to have all this shit lined up, right? Now, some people has had that, and it might have worked out for them, and some people had that, and they miserable, right? Like, so it's give and take. But what I'm getting at is, so in those early years, when the plan get fucked up, that shit might play a different part of your heart, right? And I ain't saying it's just men; it might be women too. Like women go through the same shit, and they get heartbroken, and they like fuck all these guys too. Like fuck the guys, fuck them, and so it's a bunch of hurt people hurting people.
They say fuck them guys and go to women.
That's some bullshit. Because one motherfucker broke your heart.
Talk to me, Ray. Talk to me. Let's go.
Hey, I got a question to that. Do you think that is a sign of hiding your feelings going around when you get your heart broken, sleeping with different people? Is that what it is?
Say that again.
Is that when you feel that you got your heart broken at that time,
mm-hmm.
and you say, well, fuck that, I'm just gonna fuck around with whoever and whatever. Is that a sign of hiding your feelings?
No, that's a sign of laying up under under somebody to get over somebody.
Nah, it's a defense mechanism, right? Like, because you hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you back, or I'm gonna figure out a way to hurt you because you did this, so I got to do this back, so you understand how I felt, as opposed to just dealing with how I felt and either deciding to deal with you or move on from you. Like it for me, I can't speak for everybody else. It became a defense mechanism. Like, you did A, I'm gonna do B, C, D, E, F, G. You did B, we gonna keep going, right? Like for me, it was like that. Like, okay, what you do? And looking back, the easiest thing would have been to say was, you know what? Why the fuck am I dealing with this? I'm out. Like, you do you, and I'll find what I'm looking for, right? But at the same time, it's a learning process that I think it's important for people to go through to find themselves. I ain't saying I was right? Like, I wasn't out here like hurting women or just wilding the fuck out. You knew where I stand and why I stood there, why I stand there. But yeah.
But even when you tell women where you stand nowadays, they still want to make it to more than what it is.
People, not just women. People,
no, right? Not just women. I'm gonna just say people, men included, because they'll say one thing. Yeah, I just want to be your little friend, and y'all be FWBs. But then he getting upset because he see you out on a date with Antoine. Dude, just go enjoy yourself. You don't have any emotional. You got sex ties. You ain't got nothing else tied to this person. Keep it moving.
A lot of people don't know how to have sex without the emotion, though, and that comes with men and women. That sex is a powerful thing. A lot of people underestimate that, because you not only have sex ties when you connect with that person, unless you just been through so much to where that part of you is just shut down. When you connect with that person sexually, that opens up something else in you.
Sexually, ooh.
Now I'll say this.
Keep it going.
I'll say this as a in my 20s. Well, through my teenage years, I battled with my softer feminine side as wanting to be nurtured as a woman, with seeing what my mom went through my dad. And when I say that, from what we heard, he almost got 20-something kids. And I got 3 brothers and sisters. 1 born in 78, 2 born in 77. The 2 born in 77 was born on the same day, 3 hours apart, different mamas. So I battled with niggas ain't shit compared to me wanting to be a female and still wanting to get nurtured by men.
But see, so
I made sure to put myself.
That's something that you was probably told along the way. I'm not saying
I wasn't actually. My mama, and see, this is the thing. My mama is one of those real loyal ass women. She's one of those back in the 50s ass women. Like, yeah, all right, I'll raise your ex-marital child. See, my mama, she one of those loyal ass women.
Yeah,
and for me,
and what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with what? Raising the shorty that you cheated on me with? raising a child
so
that
here, so here's
boy,
the thing.
fuck you
So
and them
here,
kids.
so here,
And y'all
so
can go live in the house.
I ain't raising nobody else's kids. That's me, though. I ain't raising nobody else's kids.
y'all ain't raising nobody else's kids.
It's,
So here, so here's the thing.
well. Let me not say that. Let me not
Okay,
say that.
be careful while you
I got
say
a
this.
If you
stepson.
cheat on me, I'm not raising the
Cheated on me and
bastard.
had a
No.
son. I'm not raising.
So what you going? So y'all echo on mute. So what you say? I don't even want you to answer. I just want you to listen. So no, I ain't finna raise nobody else's kids. You married to this man, right? He cheat on you. He have another family somewhere. Okay, so what you finna do? Leave this motherfucker. Go be with another one. Have a baby with him. He cheat on you. Then what you gonna do? You just gonna keep going? No. All right. So look, here's the thing. If I'm your wife, right, and you done cheated on me, and now you got this you got this other baby on the side. We finna figure this shit out because she need to know her fucking place. Because I'm here, right here. I'm your wife. I'm here. But we gonna take care of this baby because it ain't this baby's fault. But you ain't fucking with her no more. But why would we keep leaving these men because they cheat on? Because they have a hard time. Like I get it. They not even supposed to be monogamous. They not
cheating and
They not
having a
even-
baby is different.
You sound like
What you
If
just
you
say?
if you fucking somebody else, maybe I can get over that. But when
But
you
having a baby-
irresponsibly fucking somebody else raw and just bringing babies up in this motherfucker, I can't do it. Nope. Now that's the reason. But that's the reason why.
Hey, Joey, I can't explain that shit to my wife.
But wait, this is the reason why you seen this is the reason why you seen the article reported Dwayne Wade and his baby mama having a birthday party for that little child that he cheated on Gabrielle and had. Gabrielle ain't got shit to do with that. That's the baby mama and him threw a party for that little nigga.
So here's the thing. I wasn't even talking about what I do. Because let me tell you something. I'm real free and progressive, but I got one thing. Don't bring me no babies. Don't embarrass me, or don't have no woman tell me some shit I don't know about you. Let me tell you. You can go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Here's the thing. Listen to what I'm saying.
Backtrack everything.
No, I didn't. Listen to what I'm saying. If y'all was talking so much, so here's the thing. I'm talking about what I would do personally, but I do know some women. Like, what's the problem with that? Like, if they're married to this woman and he has a baby with somebody else, they will take them in. What I'm gonna do? Oh no, I ain't fucking with no other babies. Like, you can keep it moving. However, some women will stay. Like, what is the point of leaving?
No.
What is the why would you leave?
Don't speak for other women. Speak for you, because you just confused the hell out of me.
How? When I just gave you a bra, I gave you a bra.
I don't need a bra. I need a joy answer, right? Like, don't speak for Radio Rahima and whoever else, right? Speak for you. Like, you staying or you leaving? What's going on? You just lost me.
Am I a boyfriend or am I a wife? I mean,
what? Your wife. You're a wife.
Your wife.
You were a wife.
No, I ain't leaving him.
And your husband got a baby by somebody else.
No,
I ain't leaving him. Care of the baby, and staying and helping raising this baby.
And I'm taking half.
Fuck it. Say he had 4 kids by 3 girls. Right?
Now you're being excessive. Now you're being excessive.
Hell no. We're gonna put it out here. We're gonna put them out here because shit happens, right? Fuck it. Okay. Say he got 3 kids by 1 other girl, so he got a whole nother family, right? So you got 2 kids by him. You got 4 kids by him, and he got 4 kids by another girl. You accepting those 4 kids as yours, and y'all, gonna be the family, and you cool, or you falling back like you good. What's happening?
Shit, we can all be one big family.
We all living in one house, huh?
She love him too. I love him. You love him. We got kids. What you want to do? Because we could do better with 3 checks. Like, I'm just saying.
Okay, wait.
I work.
Stop.
He works. She
Stop.
works.
Stop.
We can just do that.
Stop.
This ain't. What's that called? Big Love. This ain't Big Love.
That's one of my favorite shows. I like that show.
This ain't Big Love.
We see where you get
you ain't never lied. We didn't move all the way around.
So I'm a huge fan of what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Mm-hmm. If I cannot walk in that house and say I'm pregnant, and you say, you know what, baby, we gonna get past this, then I can't do the same for you. And a lot of men won't do that, and I can't blame them for that.
Fat ass.
And I can't blame them for that, though. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna be mad at them for not accepting that shit. But as a woman, I'm not gonna accept that shit either. fuck you and them kids.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Right?
He
The
changed.
ghost.
Time out.
the
Okay, wait.
ghost-
Time out. We gotta go. Like we all like we
We done just got into it. It got all heated and shit.
Hey,
See, but
we ain't
but
got
you know what? But you know what? Real stuff though. I dealt with that. when I first got married. And there's some real shit. And I'm man enough to openly admit that I got a son. I got married. 3 days later, he was born. I denied him because I wanted to keep my family. But as he got older, I reached out to mom. Mom denied me because she knew that I wasn't serious enough to take on the responsibility of being emotionally attached to him. And he came to me. He told his mother that he wanted to know who his father is. And she called me and she was like, hey, if you can't emotionally, mentally be there for him, I don't need you to step up to the plate. And luckily, my marriage dissolved, going out the window. I said, you know what? He didn't ask to be here. I got to be a father. I got to be a man to this. I don't want him to feel like I disown him. Whatever questions he asked or had for me, I was prepared along the way because that was my fault.
Okay.
And when he came,
we gotta have a whole different show with you, brother. We gotta have
Hey, but Nacho, let's go back to the question. Okay, I understand that you was the person in that situation, but could you sit there and rub your wife's belly knowing it's another dude's kid?
Mentally, no. Mentally, no. But if I got a lot invested in this situation, hey, we got to work. We have to make this work. Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna be. You know what? I'm not gonna treat that child different because the child didn't. That child didn't ask to be here. I'm not gonna mistreat the child. But my thing to her would be this: if you're gonna go back to him and continue to deal with him, then we no longer need to talk about anything.
I just got one question. I got one question.
You can't do that. You can't say if you're gonna deal with him like you
No,
can't.
what I mean by deal with, meaning that you're going to be sexually and you think about building a relationship with him. If this is who you want to be with, go be with him, and
Yeah, that's different.
we can go.
I got a question though.
Ways.
Okay, so I've never been married before. When you say if you got a lot invested in this, what do you mean? Because I will walk away from some shit quick.
No, I mean like we got kids. When you got kids, you got a house, you got money, you
Property.
got time. You got a lot of stuff. You gotta understand when you married and you got kids involved, that alone, people don't understand when you're going through divorce and you got kids, the kids will be affected. Even if they don't tell you, they're going to be affected because they got to choose. They're going to sit back and wonder why if they got to choose between mommy and daddy. And if you that type of woman that would try to be vindictive to the father, and you want to be manipulative to the kids, then the kids gonna sit back and try to choose whose side they're gonna be on, who they're gonna believe.
Okay, wait. Time out. We gotta stop because if we got a whole nother show coming up with that whole everything. We gonna talk about all that, right?
I'm ready. I got my gun ready.
We're bringing you right back for that.
Talk about
We're gonna bring you back for that, but we gotta wrap it up.
I know we didn't branched out and talked about all kinds of shit. It wasn't even on the agenda.
But it's okay.
You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to Radio Raheem. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you, Nacho, for being a part of the show tonight. Yeah, this is the 40ish Now What podcast, and we out.
Bye.
Peace. Blue fire.